Hey, Damon. Oh man, this is I'm so happy that you sent me your postcard. Man, I'm happy to review this. I am not. I know quite a bit about direct mail because we've spent now at this point millions of dollars on direct mail. But I just want you to know that I'm a very data-driven marketer. So everything I'm about to tell you is really based on data, not so much on like aesthetics. And there are people that are so much better at that than me. And shout out to those guys who know how to create something that's beautiful and appealing. But that's not me necessarily. I tend to focus on the fundamentals and what we've tested and what works. So I just want you to know that. But let's go through your postcard. I know you sent out 2,000 of these a month over 3 months and really got like one appointment. And I can see immediately some of the problems with this. And what I wouldn't expect this to have worked well, to be honest with you. So the very first thing that I would just say is that you always have to remember with any ad is that you have like, it used to be that we would say you had 5 seconds to try to catch people's attention and connect with them. But the reality of it is in the modern era, I would say like half a second or a second. And if it feels overwhelming, they're just going to throw it away. And that's what this feels like to me. It feels like the opportunity that you missed here is that you didn't have clarity. And that's one of the primary ways that when we review a postcard here at Aleph, our first thing we look at is clarity. If you looked up on the wall, I mean, you guys were here in my office, you saw. In fact, a lot of people make fun of how simple our postcards are. They're like, this looks too simple. It's got usually like a headline that's like 3 or 4 words and a picture and our logo. And it's like, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, but that's what works. So, because it's just so simple. So the first thing is clarity. You want one idea. So my recommendation for you is I see a cabinet painting before and after, which is great. Make a headline that's 5 words or less that's only about kitchen cabinets. And that would be, so that's the first thing, because right now you've got all these things competing against each other. The wall, ceiling, woodwork painting is competing with transform your home's interior, is competing with 10% off, is competing with free consultation, is competing with visit our, is competing with your logo. It's like, you look at this visually and it's like, what am I supposed to focus on? And I have no idea. So that's the first thing. The second thing is give people what they want. So you have to think through this a little bit of like, okay, what do they want? They want to hire a local present painter. Like we know that because we see our search terms. They want to hire a competent painter, somebody who's not going to screw in. Particularly that's the case for cabinets. So we create a single idea, like painting cabinets in your neighborhood or, something around competency, like, painting cabinets that, will last or, and then you're going to take that single idea and with pictures and then the back of the postcard, you're going to have that same theme. You're not going to diverge from that one single idea. And I love that you have your picture on here. I would not put your picture twice. I'm not sure why you would do that. But the problem is it tells a little story, but it doesn't really tell much, right? Like I could see you have a family. You look like you're from the Midwest, which is like so great. But, a couple sentences, if you're going to do something like that, a couple sentences would be helpful. Same thing on the back here, just have one idea. I don't like to do these long testimonials. I usually, if I'm going to use a testimonial, it will be one that's like 5 to 8 words, so I would just cut the testimonial up and it needs to be on the topic. So if you gave me let's say your topic is competency with cabinets, and then somebody made a line about how you are the best cabinet painter in the Twin Cities. You could even use that as your headline. You see what I'm saying on the front. You already know I'm not big on offers. I think it just attracts people who are looking for deals, and that is generally not our customer. So try to give them just paint, pardon the pun, but paint a picture of exactly what I said, one idea, add as many different little components to it as you can, mostly on the back. Try to keep the front as simple as possible. And add some more meat, to kind of, particularly one thing I like that you have a picture on here is the who. I don't think we always are talking about that here at Aleph too, is can we answer the who a bit of like, who's going to come to my house? Who's going to give me the estimate? Who owns this company? People care about that. Who's worked with you in the past? Now, I already hear what you painters are going to think here is like, okay, well, I can write 8,000 things. No. Like, for instance, this is a better picture if you had like a person in it, like a homeowner, because now you're answering two questions of like, what does this look like before and after, but also who do you work with, right? If you have a picture on the back that showed you and your team, or, your team and a homeowner in a house, like these things all, like, if you could get pictures with more who, it's better. But overall, this postcard didn't work because it's just trying to do way too many things. You got to simplify it. And then, of course, in the future here, we could talk a little bit more about frequency and targeting and things like that will make your postcards a success. But hopefully this is helpful. I'll send this over to you and you can let me know if I'm just talking hogwash or if this is helpful at all. All right, take care, man.